looking at, our topic for part 2 is common lighting issues. Common lighting issue, right? Let's look at some example. Number one example that we're going to touch bases on is too dim, right? When the light is too dim, what do you think is going to happen? You begin to strain, your eye. If you're not the type that work in that type of environment, right? You begin to dim your light, and that can cause squinting of your eyes. It can also cause headache. And however, I can tell you, I've seen this some report that people that tend to kind of just squeeze their eyes for a long period of time, then begin to what? Have headaches. The consequence of being, does have headaches, right? People have headache for that. And then error. When it's too dim, you can have error, right? Because you're not really, you don't have enough lighting to perform the type of work you're doing. Then you are you have the potential, right, to do some error, to do some mistakes, right? When is the light too dim, right? So the next common issue about lighting is too bright. When the light is too bright, right? When you have too much bright light. Have you ever drive on the road and then somebody just turn on that high beam? You will see how you will close your eyes, because it's like that brightness is a shock to your eyesight, right? It's a shock to your eyesight. And what do you think happens? You quickly close your eyes, and then sometimes, people tend to use maybe the visor in your car to kind of reduce the emission of that light. And then sometimes, like me, if I go outside and then in the day broad light, when the sun is just too shining, I can really look directly into the sun, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people do as well, right? So though the sun outside in a day broad light, is just too bright for my eye at that time, right? That's why a lot of people use sunglasses, right, to kind of reduce some of those rays that is coming directly to them, some of the bright